Hello there dear YouTubers, my name is King1993 and today I'll be talking about another mecha, and today's mecha is called Skylark. Okay, so without further ado, let's get started. So the thing is Skylark a very good mecha, or is Skylark is just a beginner's mecha? Afterwards it is gonna be useless. Well, first of all, let me talk about a chart which I have made. Okay, now this is two chart which I have made. This one is called movement importance chart. Okay, and this one is called survivability chart. Okay, now what is movement chart? Okay, what is this? I basically use the importance. Okay, like in chess piece there are each pieces which there is importance. Okay, for example, pawn are basically the least important one, knight is more important than pawn, bishop is more important than knight, rook is more important than bishop, and queen is more important than rook. Okay, so if you have any of these mecha which is either bishop class, rook class, or let's say queen class mecha, then what will happen is your chances of survival is gonna be extremely high. Now in case of survivability of the mecha, that is different topic. So for the survivability of mecha, Skylark falls into the category of C rank because it can only move fast for a short period of time, but it cannot move from one platform to another very easily. So if this mecha were to be, let's say, on a lower platform, it cannot go to higher platform. That's the main problem. Okay, now the thing is, while I am gonna make this video, do understand that there is nothing that can be done in order to make this mecha's capability to move faster, because I have already given this mecha movement speed, whereas walking, running, and shooting will be faster. Okay, but despite all that, this mecha still fails to run from one platform to another. So in order for me to explain that, let me go to the training ground. Now before going to the training ground, to understand the mecha which is called Caramel. Okay, the reason Caramel stands on the higher ground is because Caramel is actually more capable than Skylark. Then the question is, okay, then why does the majority of the player at the beginning can beat Caramel using Skylark? Well, that is because it is a different type of thinking related stuff. Okay, like at the beginning, bronze, silver, gold, okay, up to this point you will mostly get bots. Okay, and afterwards you will get either this platinum or diamond league. Once you go to this league, what will happen is most of the real players are gonna come, and eventually when you use Skylark against Caramel, you will see that your Skylark is gonna be failing most of the time. So let's go to the training ground. Okay, let's see. Okay, so for the purpose of demonstration, let me show you first what Skylark is capable of doing. Okay, so first of all, this mecha which is called Firefox can only go forward. Okay, the mecha called Firefox can only go forward, whereas the Skylark mecha, it can move front, back, left and right very easily once you are capable of using its ability which is called the dash ability. Okay, so let's see what happens. So I'm now using dash. As you can see, it can go front, back, left, right very fast. Okay, and it can also jump very high when you use its dash capability. For example, if I go to, let's say, this place to give you guys a benchmark, let's see how much it can jump. Okay, so it can jump up to this much, but when I use this dash capability, it can now jump even higher. Okay, now the question is, okay, it can move fast. Okay, but why is moving fast not enough? Okay, so when you are facing against other mechas, what happens is those mecha can not only move fast, rather they can move from one platform to another. Okay, for example, let's say from this place to there, it is about 100 and let's say 20 meters. Okay, so if I want to go from this low platform to that higher platform, then I must need to go there by the use of trampoline. Okay, now the thing is, I can basically put a trampoline in this place here, and go up there. There is no problem with that. But the thing is, majority of the time what will happen is you have to take the enemy by surprise, and if you want to take the enemy by surprise, your mecha must need to have the capabilities to jump from one platform to another easily, whereas this mecha called Skylark is not capable of doing. Okay, now the best option which you can do to jump is to activate the dash capabilities and then go to this place. Okay, it still can't do. Okay, so that is the whole point of why this mecha called Skylark is actually not the best mecha when it comes to moving from one platform to another, which is why I give this mecha the movement class of Knight. Okay, now another thing that you must need to understand that, okay, that is the movement, but what would happen if I were to jump from this place to there? Okay, like what happens? Yes, you will be able to go from this place to there easily, but the thing is, by the time you are from that place to this place here, you are gonna be mostly, your durability is gonna be mostly destroyed. Okay, so from that point of perspective, when it comes to fastness, obviously Skylark is not a very good option. And in case of you're wondering, okay, then what about the survivability rate? Now, truth to be told, the survivability rate of this mecha is also very low, because it can only move front, back, left, right, up, down very easily when you use its dash capabilities. Other than that, it cannot go to higher platform very easily. As a result, the survivability of this mecha is higher than Firefox but lower than Caramel. Okay, why is that? Let me show you. So when I use Caramel, okay, let me choose Caramel first. So when I basically use Caramel, what happens is I can go to that platform up to, let's say, here. Okay, so I can go to that place. If I were to be, let's say, about 73 up to 73 meters away, I can jump from this low platform to that high platform. Okay, so now since I am on a higher ground, I can now kill any of the mecha which is on the ground. And since Skylark cannot get up to this place without the use of a trampoline in a very close area, then what will happen is my ability to destroy Skylark is gonna be extremely easy. Okay, so obviously from that point of perspective, when you are facing against Caramel, your chances of survival is gonna be extremely low when you compare Caramel against Skylark. Okay, I mean, when you compare Skylark with Caramel, obviously Skylark's ability to survive is gonna be extremely low. Another reason it is low is because of the durability. Caramel, when you compare against Skylark, Caramel has a durability of 3500, whereas Skylark has a durability of about 2200 and something. Okay, which is extremely low. So obviously, with all that in regards, I highly suggest that if you are a pro player, I highly suggest that you stop using the mecha called Skylark, because Skylark, what will happen is, if Skylark is on your team, you are basically the main reason why your team is now down. Okay, so I highly suggest those of you who have been playing this game for a long period of time, stop using Skylark and start using some other mechas. Okay, now if you still want to use Skylark, that is up to you. I can do nothing to change your mentality, because each people has their own mentality and I can do nothing about it. Okay, now in case if you're wondering, okay, then since I cannot use Skylark in case of defensive or offensive related stuff when dealing against other mecha, what can I do? Well, you can use the higher class mecha, which are basically the bishop class, rook class, or queen class. Basically speaking, since they can go to higher platform easily, obviously their capabilities of surviving is gonna be extremely high. So if you want to get any other mecha besides this Firefox or Aether, then these are the other options that you can go for. And trust me, I have gotten 3 of this mecha here. For example, I have gotten Hot Steel, I have gotten this Voltas and Ranger. They are extremely fast and their damage output is extremely good, and they can also go to higher platform easily, okay, compared to this Knight class. So from that point of perspective, please, if you want to be a good player on this game, then I suggest that you move on against move on from using Skylark and start using some other mechas. Okay, so if you find this video helpful, then please give a like and subscribe and click the bell notification icon, because next time I'll be talking about another mecha, and that mecha is gonna be Trio of Ender. Okay, so see you again next time, where I'll be making video regarding Trio of Enders.